Hello and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon in November 2021? I'm your reader, Leo Rising, Angelo Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. Hey, it's my favorite series, the 5-card draws. If you're new to the channel, 5-card draw is nothing more and nothing less than one card from 5 different card systems, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. Let's talk about it. It's a waxing moon, new to full, boop, 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 growing, expanding, attracting, that kind of stuff. We are looking at the new moon in Scorpio on Thursday, the 4th of November, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, and then the 2 weeks following that, the it's a full moon. And it is also a lunar eclipse, but it is also void, of course, but is in Taurus up to that point. An astrologer would say that's not technically a Taurus full moon, because it is void, of course, but you do you, right? So we are going from Scorpio to its opposite sign, Taurus, over a 2-week period. So what is the new moon stuff you want to do? What are the seeds you want to start at the new so that it comes to full? And even that waxing moon in Taurus, by the way, that happens on the 19th, the lunar eclipse, 3:57 a.m. Eastern. So you can do your stuff the night before very easily and catch that waxing side of the full moon, which is what usually people use it for. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Do check your other signs if you are aware of them, because you can get more information probably about the same situation we're about to look at, or another situation, because we have more than one situation going on. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements for those interested in spellcasting, intention work, bringing together fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. Got it? I guess that's about it, except to say, if you are interested in a private read with me, there is a video in the description box, booking a reading with Mal. It's here on YouTube. 13 minutes to tell you exactly how to do that, and so you can reach out and you get to know what a reading with me is about. Also, all the decks that I read are at the bottom of that same description box down there with lots of cool stuff. I am teaching on my YouTube page, Drawing the Circle Productions. I'm teaching on my Facebook page, Leo Rising. There's a lot of promotional work that goes on with this, right? So if you want to take some classes with me on Facebook, you can do that. Link in the description. All right, I guess that's about it. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you clarity, guidance, and grace that we all need in this really interesting time. Let's see what we can wax here. Wax on, wax off. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Good worship, brilliant. For the element of fire, as I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the spell fragment to help inspire what they yearn for, what they burn for, their heart's desire in their element of fire? Okay, new beginning. Little butterfly on there, all right? Definitely a card of transformation. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. Now, honestly, space clearing for me seems more waning moon, but it is for a new beginning. So you can think of it as, removing things, waning moon, or expanding a clearer space. You do you. But that could be in anything. So new beginning in any sort of way, shape, or form. So I would say whatever your shadow work is, whatever your waning moon work is, might have paved the way for a new beginning here. Element of Earth, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. You don't have to have the stone that's indicated here. I guess you could go get it if you wanted it. But what comes through in that, the bookie book, the Oracle book that comes with, is pretty awesome. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, direction of the north powers of earth, the Archangel of nature and the Archangel of Lyons, please, one card in clarity, the element of earth, to fuel the fire of the new beginning and manifest their heart's desire. What is the perfect crystal oracle message here for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, right? With their element of fire, new beginning. Their element of earth is not blue, it's not green, it's aquamarine. We're painting the roses red, painting the roses red. Disney. Aquamarine. I've seen it in raw form, relatively inexpensive. I haven't seen a lot of cheap aquamarine, and certainly if you have it set as a piece of jewelry, it can run you. If you can get a piece of amazonite, I find they're not that different from each other, but they are. All right, your keywords here. Moderation. It's not a Leo word. Energy, that is a Leo word. Tolerance, gentleness, compassion, feminine energy, and goddess. All right, so we get that this is probably more about the emotional field here, aquamarine. Obviously being connected to the element of water for a fire sign, whether male or female, you can overcome a current conflict by reflecting upon and applying moderation, tolerance, gentleness, and compassion. Sounds very much like the Temperance card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot. These qualities are not a weakness, rather they are strengths. What is called for at present is greater compassion and tolerance coupled with a little patience and gentleness. Essentially repeated the same thing in a second sentence. It is possible to resolve things in an amicable way, to create a positive outcome for all concerned. As you look back on this current episode, you will realize a valuable lesson. Compassion and tolerance are signs of maturity and strength of character. They are qualities that infuse all with love and light. Love and light. I get it though. If you're really wanting a new beginning here, this can absolutely be a beginning, a new beginning within yourself. Right? Being tolerant and compassionate and patient with yourself in terms of any new beginning. Now, this is a general read. This is why I do private reads for people on YouTube when they reach out. Because the new beginning, only you know what that new beginning is. But this is really saying perhaps some self-forgiveness, some self-compassion, maybe for others, kind of getting that no one makes the most loving, wise, empowering decisions if they're suffering and in pain, even if it don't look like they are. Ourselves included in that as well, right? So let's keep going here. Interesting element of earth for that particular element of fire. Let's get your element of air, mental stuff, the mind, the healing with the angels oracle, right? Because you need air to keep the fire alive. Breathe. Like, what are you thinking about your heart's desire? That's how you feed the fire, or snuff it out. As I call upon the angels of fire, the sign of Leo, powers of the south, the Michaelites, please, Archangel Michael's legions, one card in clarity. Who are the legion of healing angels? Because it's healing with the angels oracle for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. They are a fire sign here, so they got that new beginnings there. I get it, that creative fifth house vibe there with that butterfly wanting to feel good about this, with this compassion and this patience and this tolerance. And it does feel like Temperance there. Who's the healing angels they could best call upon here? Read about, think about, pray to, whatever this new to full. Retreat. The healing angels of retreat. I love this card. I'm a Virgo. Leo rising though. I don't like it for too long. But you know, spiritual retreat, physical retreat, pulling back, going within, retreating into the interior world, heart, throat, third eye, crown chakras, instead of operating from the root, sacrum, solar plexus. Maybe even getting up into that 8th chakra there, where you see things from a higher place. Your attitude determines your altitude. I know, it's a little cliche, but it's true. Like, think on a plane, right? The plane's attitude determines its altitude. The higher you fly, butterfly, right? The more you can see what has been behind you, really clearing space for yourself, saying, oh my God, I had to learn from all of that. Oh my God, that was not what I thought it was at the time. And then out of the compassion, out of the tolerance, out of the patience with yourself, there is some real healing that goes on here. Now, we really do have an element of water here on the table with that aquamarine. This deck, the Whispers of Love, the Party Turner deck, as I like to call it. The voices of the higher selves here are going to give you your element of water, so this is probably pretty key. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Can't say this is about a specific soul contract here, or although the aquamarine tolerance thing could be about another person or people. So please, one card in clarity. What is the, right? From the higher selves, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the Whisper of Love for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I'm watching this video, receiving this reading, wanting new beginnings with that tolerance, compassion, and patience with the healing angels of retreat, helping them heal and see this differently, this new to full. Look to your inner strength. I think we see a trend here. I think we see a trend of interior work. It's not saying demonstrate your strength. Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. All right, before we pull that last card, let's talk for a second. It is often in retrospect. Not that we dwell on the past, but you know, if you've been through a lot and who hasn't, and you say, okay, well, what did I learn from this, right? I want a new beginning. So let me take a compassionate retreat for myself, get up, bring myself into a little bit more spiritual alignment, and look to your inner strength. Because, you know, growing up in my family, inner strength was all about pull yourself up by the bootstraps and nose to the grindstone, and, you know, which is great. It gave me a killer work ethic for a Virgo. But your inner strength is the strength of the immortal soul, and we are all an immortal soul in bodies, right? So that is the eternal. I mean, you can't get stronger than something that essentially doesn't die, right? But that is the part that comes into the role, into the body that you are playing here in the horizontal plane, 3rd and 4th dimensional consciousness. This is 5th dimensional consciousness. This is getting, oh my God, I don't really die. I was never really born. I'm just playing a role here. There is such perspective and strength, and you don't have to live there 24/7, 365. I don't think that's what enlightenment is. But certainly not just a retreat in, but maybe a retreat in and up. Because all of the qualities that we're talking about here in this aquamarine are the qualities of the soul. Patience, tolerance, compassion, right? And if this is about somebody else, then certainly that's going to heal you. I don't see a lot of communication here, though. Could give you a new beginning, though, a new way of seeing all of this. So let's get your last card down. Healing, the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. This will be the card of spirit, fire, earth, air, water, spirit. So you cast the fire with the earth, you know, working with the air, feeling the water, doing the water, and this would be the spirit to charge it, like plugging it into the battery and unifying it all. Breathe. Because this can be pretty badass, actually, as I call upon the Ascended Masters. General Assembly, this could really be about anything in a general read for the Leo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their card of spirit? The perfect healing mantra that they can work like every day of the waxing moon on, so that they can manifest, they can, you know, their element of fire, get this new beginning, let the magic in their spell clear the space in which they dwell with the aquamarine tolerance, patience, compassion, working with the healing angels of retreat, and looking to their inner strength because they are stronger than they realize, and they may need to look back and see, oh my God, look at all I have survived. I am stronger as a result. It didn't kill me because I'm an immortal soul, so it must have made me stronger. What's their perfect healing mantra? Put the button on this. Put the period. Clarify this for them, please. This new to full. November 2021. transforming tragedy. This makes sense. Now, oh, tragedy, but this is seeing, transforming it, looking over your shoulder to clear space for a new beginning. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. I don't know, like clear the space in which I dwell, and that can be energy space, that can be emotional space, that can be mental space as well as physical space. Wow. All right, I'm going to read it from the bookie book, Transforming Tragedy. I mean, considering what your definition of tragedy is, right? It's a lens that we look at things through, and it doesn't discount the pain and the suffering, by the way, transforming tragedy. It's saying, no, that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to live through, but look how strong I am as a result. It's like both are true. You don't have to negate one for the other. Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. When tragedy is transformed, you see that endings foreshadow the inevitable arrival of exciting new beginnings. Just like dusk and dawn, it's the cycle of it. This is what nature does. It may not feel good to lose the things that once defined you, but it is life's way of expanding your identity to invite more passion, joy, and synchronicity into your reality. And, you know, that is the thing. Something that defined us, let's just say collective, because we're all going through this, has been taken away. You may get a little wibbly-wobbly there, but it is to make you expand into the next identity. There's a weird word for it, but I get it. But with passion and synchronicity, because when you're flying high, you see the synchronicities that are around you all the time. You know, there's no such thing as coincidence in a quantum field. As you transform tragedy, any degree of loss merely sets the stage for the arrival of greater gains. But that doesn't mean you have to be turning cartwheels of joy over your pain either. You can honor all of it. This mantra is ideal for overcoming personal struggles, mourning the death of a loved one, and releasing regret, because that's only the ego regrets. The soul doesn't regret. And the personality is really between the two. So, you know, this is a wonderful healing thing we have on the table here for you, Leo. It's internally active, not externally. So, let me put it together for you here in the blessing that I like to do at the end. It's fun for me. The divine just kind of puts it together, and may it be encoded with all that you need. Here we go. Breathe. Torch of Ariel. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. This new moon to full in November 2021, that they may transform tragedy, because loss is their reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received, particularly an understanding and embracing and an accumulation of their own inner strength, which their higher selves are suggesting they look into, that they look to that in a period of retreat from the world, to retreat to higher ground within themselves with the healing angels, healing them through retreat, as well as bringing them into a healthy retreat space here, so that aquamarine vibe can really be there with them, that there is patience and compassion and tolerance for themselves and others, but they need to pull back to do that, transform this tragedy. They will find the inner strength that has always been with them, and through whatever experiences has only gotten stronger, so that they can have this new beginning and let this magic in their spell clear the space in which they dwell for the well-being of all with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivating. And so it is. And that's a spell. That's a pretty good one too. Boogie down. Did you like it? Like the video? Do you want more of me? If you're new, please subscribe. Want to take classes with me on Facebook? Links in the description box. Want to read my book? Links in the description box. Want to book a reading with me? Links in the description description box. In fact, Leo, just go check out what's in the description box. There's a lot of good stuff down there. And certainly, you know, this seems a very solitary process, but that doesn't mean you cannot reach out and ask for help in confidentiality should you need it with me or anyone else that you can truly trust. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much for watching, wishing you the very best and the very, very best of this new moon to full. November 2021, keep waxing my leonines. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.